Hello, little explorers. Snuggle in, take a deep breath, and let's begin tonight's adventure. Our story is called Maria's Magical Day. Once upon a time, nestled deep in a valley where the stars twinkled extra bright and the air smelled of fresh grass and wildflowers, lived a sweet little girl named Maria. Her home was a cozy, colorful cottage in a tiny rural town called Whispering Pines. In Whispering Pines, the houses were painted in happy colors, like buttercup yellow and sky blue, and the road was just a dusty path where friendly chickens often ambled by. Every morning, Maria woke up with the sunbeams dancing on her face. Her little bed, soft as a cloud, felt so warm and snuggly. She'd stretch her arms up, like a sleepy kitten, and then wiggle her toes. "Good morning, sunshine," she'd whisper to the golden light peeking through her window. Her first happy sound of the day was usually the gentle Moooo from Betsy, the friendly cow in the nearby pasture. Maria loved Betsy. She would tiptoe to the kitchen where her Abuela, that's Spanish for grandma, a very special person, was already humming a soft tune while making warm milk and honey toast. Abuela's kitchen always smelled like cinnamon and happy memories. "Buenos días, mi pequeña mariposa," Abuela would say, which means "good morning, my little butterfly." Maria would giggle because she loved being called a butterfly. After a yummy breakfast, Maria would help Abuela. She wasn't big enough to do much, but she could carry the empty milk jug to the sink or put the spoons away in the drawer. Even small helpers make a big difference, and Abuela always said, "Every little bit of help makes our home shine brighter, Maria." This taught Maria that even tiny hands can do important things. After helping, Maria loved to play outside. Her best friends were the animals of Whispering Pines. There was Pip, the fluffy white lamb, who loved to bounce like a spring, and Barnaby, the wise old owl, who always seemed to be winking. One sunny morning, Maria decided to visit Pip. She skipped along the grassy path, her pigtails bouncing. "Bah, bah," went Pip, trotting towards her. Maria had a handful of sweet clover, Pip's favorite treat. She held it out gently, and Pip nibbled it from her hand, tickling her fingers. Maria laughed, a happy, bubbly laugh. Sharing treats and being kind to animals made her heart feel warm and full. She learned that kindness makes everyone, even a fluffy lamb, feel happy. As she played, Maria noticed a group of busy ants marching in a line, carrying tiny crumbs back to their home. She knelt down, watching them carefully. One little ant seemed to be struggling with a crumb that was a bit too big. Maria didn't touch it, but she gently cleared a tiny pebble from its path, making the journey a little easier. The ant kept going, and Maria smiled. She understood that sometimes, even without words, you can help others by simply making their path smoother. This little act of empathy made her feel connected to the tiny world around her. Later, Maria saw a little bird hopping near a puddle. "Chirp, chirp," it sang, but it looked a little sad. Maria noticed a tiny feather had fallen out of its nest high in the old oak tree. The bird kept looking up as if it missed its cozy home. Maria, being a clever girl, remembered how her Abuela used a long stick to reach things. She found a sturdy twig, not too long, not too short, and carefully, ever so gently, nudged the feather closer to the tree trunk. She knew she couldn't put it back in the nest, but maybe the mama bird could find it. The little bird chirped a happier tune and flew closer to the tree. Maria felt a little spark of joy in her chest. She realized that trying to help, even in small ways, can make a difference. As the afternoon sun began to dip low, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Maria knew it was time to go home. The air grew cooler and the fireflies began to blink their tiny lights. Time for sleepy time stories, Abuela would call from the porch. Maria would wash her hands and face, making funny, bubbly mustaches with the soap. Then she'd put on her softest pajamas, the ones with little stars on them. Abuela would sit in her rocking chair and Maria would snuggle close, listening to stories about brave little mice and friendly dragons. Sometimes, Abuela would tell stories about her own childhood in Whispering Pines, and Maria loved those the most. She learned that listening to others helps you learn new things and understand the world better. After stories, it was time for bed. Maria would climb into her cloud-soft bed. Abuela would tuck her in, pulling the blanket up to her chin. "Sleep tight, mi pequeña mariposa," Abuela would whisper, kissing her forehead. "Dream of happy lambs and chirping birds." Maria would close her eyes, thinking about Peep and the little bird and even the tiny ant. She thought about helping Abuela and the warm feeling in her heart. She knew she had been kind, she had tried to help, and she had listened. And that made her feel so happy and peaceful. The gentle lessons of the day about kindness, helpfulness, empathy, and curiosity settled softly in her mind. As the moon peeked through her window, casting a silvery glow, Maria drifted off to sleep. She knew tomorrow would bring new adventures in Whispering Pines, and she was ready for them. Sweet dreams, little Maria. Sweet dreams to you too. The end. Good night, little explorer. Sleep well. We'll go on another adventure soon. Until then.